radio, TV, social media, and internet stations. You can broadcast on our network by just giving me a call, 617-282-0685, 617-282-0685.
WPBG-LP 102.9 FM radio. This is now the third broadcast of the Academy of Broadcasting. In case you are new here, we are an internship running out of Global Ministries Christian Church. We are very excited to bring you an old-fashioned radio drama entitled Living in COVID. It was created through skill of improvisation from beginning to end. We thought it would be important to talk about the experience of COVID from the eyes of teenagers, along with the effects it had on families across the country and the world. The setting is Boston, Massachusetts, and is centered around a father and daughter who share their house with the grandfather. Now let us join the radio drama.
Welcome back to Channel 5 News. I'm your news reporter, Ernie Johnson, and I'm reporting to you from Boston. Now, tonight's news. There's a new disease going around called the coronavirus, killing hundreds of people coming all the way from Washington. Now, it's not like the common cold or anything. So children, please don't go to the mall or the movies because we may be going into lockdown. So everyone, stay at home so that you can keep your families safe. Thank you, news reporter Ernie Johnson reporting out.
Hey girl, where you at? You better get on out here. Did you hear that news? Child, I heard that, but I don't know what we're gonna do. I mean, like, shut down, lockdown, what are they talking about? I don't know, but I mean, like, how am I gonna get my clothes out of layaway at the mall? I don't know about you, but I'm worried about my shoes. I mean, we got that party we gotta go to next week. Oh, that's right. I mean, I had that outfit on layaway so that I could fly for the party. I know, right? I mean, like, we were supposed to be going to that jam party with our friends and stuff. Yeah, and the malls are a hangout. Like, how is our gang, our crew gonna, like, be styling and everything and hanging out? I don't know about you, but I'm like overwhelmed with this. I gotta go talk to my dad about this. I mean, like, what are we gonna do? And my shoes. Like, I gotta go talk to my dad. I'll see you later. Child, I don't know. I'm gonna take a nap because I gotta take some snooze on this and figure this out. I gotta check out. I'll see you later, okay? All right, I'm gonna talk to my dad. I'll see you later. Bye.
Sarah, is that you?
Yeah, it's me, Dad. What's
Yo,
going on?
Nah, I just saw the news that it was crazy. Like coronavirus, you might be like in the house for like a while. Like, it's crazy.
I don't even say those words. Like, I can't even begin to comprehend this, Dad. I mean, locked up in the house with you and Grandpa for weeks. I mean, like, what's going to happen? What's going on in this world?
I don't know, but I really hope I don't lose my job at McDonald's. Like,
Your job at McDonald's? You worried about McDonald's?
yeah, I'm worried about McDonald's. I just got hired. Like, I don't want to get fired that quickly.
You're not going to get fired. And besides, you can always ask your dad for some money or something. I mean, he got his pension or something, you said, right?
Yeah, you probably right. Yo, Pops.
What you want?
Yo, I need some money, man. Like, the rent's about to be due, and, like, I don't know what's gonna happen.
How much you need?
Like, I don't know, maybe like 1,000, because I know you just got that pension, so like just to help with the other half of it, man.
1,000. I got $20.
I know you have 20,000, but like I just need 1,000.
$20.
Like 20,000.
20.
Dude, where did all your money go?
Man, I played some blackjack. I was bored.
Yo, where did you? Should have put you in that nursing. All right, bro. Listen, forget it. I'm just gonna watch the news. Maybe this whole thing will just blow over, and you won't have to stay inside with us. And I could put you in that nursing home I was always talking about.
No, don't do that. $20.
Welcome back to Channel 5 News. I'm your news reporter, Ernie Johnson, and I'm reporting to you from Boston. Now, with tonight's news. It has been 2 weeks since we found out about this coronavirus, and it's becoming a real issue. There's about 1,000 more people that have died from it. So everyone should be at home. Kids should be going into online school, and parents should be working from home, because we may be in a lockdown for months. Now, for food for your families, try using delivery apps like Uber and DoorDash so that you can stay at home. But turn this bad news into good news by playing some games with your family and staying active. Thank you. News reporter Ernie Johnson reporting out.
We're gonna be in the house for months. I cannot be in the house with y'all two. Y'all two are like in my head all the time. I cannot be with y'all for the next couple of months.
Dad, like, I know what you're saying, because like you two like gonna drive me like bananas, and I don't know, you and Gramps.
You worry about bananas. You need to set up that Zoom. You need to set up that Zoom for that school so your grades can come up.
Dad, I can't be online for class. That's gonna be like, it's so impersonal, like talking online to people. I mean, like, it's one thing to watch TV, but like dealing with my teacher and my classmates, I can't be on there.
Well, it'll help expand your horizon, like your vocab, like so you can stop saying like. You got me saying like, listen, you can just stay in the house, just do your work. It's like a little vacation. That's literally what it's like.
1 minute you're saying do school online, then you're saying it's like a vacation. School is school. Like, I don't want to be no Zoom class and be shut up in the house 24/7. That's like being in school all day long and then with your family all day long. It's like being in prison. I'm like, this coronavirus stuff, I mean, like, how did this even happen to us? I'm like, I can't deal with this.
I don't know what to tell you. Like, you can just stay in the house. It's not that serious. It's not like you have a social life.
I do have a social life. The mall was my social life. But right now, you can't even go to the mall because like people are getting sick and dying. It's like, this is crazy.
You know what? It's probably only gonna last a couple of months.
Man, what y'all up on that TV for? What's going on?
Man, Pops, we probably gonna be in the house for a minute. Like this coronavirus. Like, have you heard of it?
No, corona what?
Virus? You don't read the newspaper?
Nah, man. I can't afford that.
Man, plus it's probably only gonna last a couple of months. You're just over exaggerating. The news is over exaggerating. It's not even gonna be that bad. We'll be out of the house in like a month.
Welcome back to Channel 5 News. I'm your news reporter, Ernie Johnson, and I'm reporting to you from Boston. Now, with tonight's news. It has been a full year since we've heard about this coronavirus, and it's turned into a more serious concern than we thought it would be. Everyone must be in lockdown because the numbers have increased to where there's almost been 1 million people killed globally. Now, the people that are most likely to get sick are elderly people and babies. So, make sure you keep them at home and yourselves at home, because we don't need anyone else to pass away. So, make sure you have your mask and you stay at home. Thank you, news reporter Ernie Johnson reporting out.
Yo, happy birthday, Pops.
Hey, appreciate it, man.
Sarah,
Yes, Dad.
Come wish your grandfather a happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Grandpa.
Hey, thank you. I appreciate y'all.
Man, we probably gonna get you like a carrot cake or something since you know you wasted all your money. But like, nah, it's your day.
I was bored.
You was bored.
I'm in this house all day, man.
Uh-oh, there
Who's
goes his
calling me?
computer.
Yo, I think that's Sally calling you. Yo,
Sally.
answer the phone. Answer the phone.
No, the blue.
Nah. The blue button, bro.
Down there, Grandpa,
The
right there.
other blue button. Space bar, bro. Space bar.
I pressed the space
The
bar.
one right there, Dad. Grandpa.
There you go. There you go.
Hello, Father.
Hey, Sally.
Happy birthday to
Thank
you.
you. Thank you. Thank you.
How's my brother treating you over there?
Pretty good. He got me a carrot cake.
Oh,
Might be
that's
expired though.
so wonderful. Don't eat too much of it now because you're supposed to be easy on those sweets.
But I'm hungry.
Well, you can have some of it, but not too much, okay?
Alright.
Okay. Hey, has the visiting nurse been coming by like she should?
Nurse?
Yeah. She's been coming. She's been coming around.
You two don't act like you don't know what I'm talking about. You've been taking all your medicine and your vitamins?
He's been taking all of his medicine.
Vitamins?
I've been giving him Flintstone vitamins, the NyQuil, all of that.
What do you mean, NyQuil? You're not putting my dad to sleep so he's not getting on your nerves, are you?
You know who's getting on my nerves? You. How about you just come take him? How about you just come take him?
Brother, we talked about all of this before when this all first started, and we made an agreement, and I come over once a week, and I check in, and I'm like,
Sally, you have not been here in 2 months. What are you talking about?
you know what? I think you're getting Alzheimer's or something. Every time I come over there, you run and go hide or something. So, like, let's not even, like, you have this discussion. It's our father's birthday. Let's just get along, okay?
Sarah, come say hi to your aunt so she can hang up, please.
Hi, Aunt Sally. Hi, Sarah. How are you? Are you getting okay with all that testosterone? Those two old men over there. Yeah, you know, I try to keep them in line, but they're driving me nuts. I know, baby, but do the best you can. All right? All right. But when are you coming over? Well, you know, I'll be over there later on this week, but your cousin John will be over today, okay? Oh, that's good. I like seeing when he can come over. Thanks. All right. Well, Dad,
Yeah.
you have a good birthday, okay? And I'll check on you later on this week, all right?
Alright.
Okay, and you make sure you take your medicine, okay?
Alright. Thank you.
And brother, I hope you're staying on top of things over there.
Bye, Sally.
All right.
But I'm gonna eat this carrot cake.
All right. Bye,
bye.
Daddy.
Welcome back to Channel 5 News. I'm your news reporter, Ernie Johnson, and I'm reporting to you from Boston. Now, with tonight's news. It is now New Year's Eve, and the doctors are finally coming out with a vaccine to the coronavirus. Parents, if you plan on going out, please keep your mask on and be with your families. For the children, schools will be opening back up, but kids, please remain 6 feet apart and keep your mask on. We don't want you bringing any sickness back home to your families. Thank you, news reporter Ernie Johnson reporting out.
Can you just imagine going back to school?
Yeah. Wow. I mean, it's going to be so strange after all that time not being around our friends or in the building. And did you see that long email of protocols? Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, just imagine being 6 feet apart from each other. It's just gonna be so weird.
Yeah, 6 feet apart and 2 chairs between yourselves and the others in the cafeteria and nah. I mean, it's like, I thought it was bad being shut up in the house with your family, but at least you got to sit beside people and like be close and intimate. But now at school, it's going to be like you're total strangers. It's like, I'm not even going to know how to act around people.
Exactly. It's like you're just so far. It's like gonna be so weird from going from Zoom to being inside of school.
I know. But look, I gotta get inside because my dad, we've been doing this family thing, like where we do like movie night and popcorn. I always gonna do my favorite because I love butter popcorn. And you wanna come in and watch movies with us?
Yeah, I'll come over.
Okay, come on, let's go.
Sarah, is that you?
Yeah, Dad, and John's here.
You about to be late for this movie. Go make the popcorn. Oh, Johnny, what's up?
Hi.
Yeah, your mom's not here, is she?
She might be.
That's unfortunate. Pops, come watch this movie.
I'll head over real soon. Hold on.
All right, let me put in a password. We gonna watch Black Widow probably.
Black Widow, Dad, you know I don't like watching that kind of movie. Come on.
Oh well. You're gonna watch the movie.
Well, at least I'm having my buttered popcorn since I made it. Ha ha.
No, cause I made kettle.
You just told me to make some, and I made some buttered. So you can eat your kettle, and I'm gonna have my buttered. Who wants buttered popcorn with me?
Man, give me that bucket. I want some.
All right. All right, let's watch this movie, everybody. John, you ready?
Yeah.
That movie was
It
was something. That movie was
dope.
something.
It was
Yeah.
bad.
It was not that bad.
It was really outstanding.
Hey, did y'all start the movie yet?
Man, we watched the movie, made a review, saying how good it was. You missed the whole thing.
Why didn't you wake me up? I knew you gave me too much NyQuil.
Man, I ain't give you no. Don't be saying that in front of Johnny, bro. All right. Do y'all have any better ideas of what we should do?
Let's just play Uno.
Ooh, dope. I love playing Uno because I can beat you all. Hey, let's go.
No. All right.
I haven't played this game in 10 years.
I'll go first since it's my house.
You always like being in charge, Dad.
Red +2. Starting off with a bang.
Already, bro?
Okay. Come on, Jeremy. What you doing?
I'm picking up.
Yeah, Johnny.
So what you get?
I got a yellow 4 and a yellow reverse.
Oh, okay. All right. Looks like mine says red 3. Yeah. Come on, Gramps. What you got over there?
Wake up.
I got a red +2. There you go.
Pick it up. Let's go.
Pick up them calls, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jeremy, go ahead.
Well, I guess I'll just place down a red reverse.
Like I said.
Bang!
Oh no.
+4.
Man,
Colors green.
why you do that to me, man?
Cause I can.
Okay. Here you go. Wait a minute. Oh, thank you. Pick up 4 and I think I'm gonna change the color to blue.
Of course, you just place down a +4.
Dang, Johnny can't catch a break. Alright, blue 7.
Let me check my card real quick.
Come on, Grandpa.
I got blue 4. Yeah.
Okay. It says blue skip.
Alright. Of course I don't have that card.
Daddy, what's going on over there? You kind of slow.
Hurry up, boy. I thought I was the slow one.
Are we trying to fix the cars, Dad?
Alright, you know what?
Just say it.
Yellow skip.
All right. Let's see.
You can't do that, man.
I can't.
Oh, and look at this wild card. Bam.
Oh,
And
man.
the color is blue.
Oh, man.
I don't even have any blue, bro. Yeah. I got a red 8.
Alright, pick up green 4.
Okay. Grandpa, your turn again.
Blue 4.
Yeah. Okay, we on track now. Bam. Blue 2, and I'm calling Uno. I win, like I
How'd you
said.
get Uno already?
Hey, I don't know, but that's how it works out.
That
Yeah.
girl cheating.
No, you're
She's
cheating. No, you're
She's
cheating. I know you're cheating.
Hey, I'm just following the game. That's what the cards call. I won, like I said, Daddy.
Well, I guess.
Green 4. Oh, wait, go ahead.
Green 2.
Yeah, green 4.
Which one of you losers are gonna win second
Oh,
place?
man.
Come on now.
I got a green reverse. Yeah, back, yeah.
Green 1. About to get that Uno. Trust
You know
and
what?
believe.
You know what? Skip you.
Hey,
Come on, let's feel the love.
+2 green. Yeah.
I should have put you in that nurse zone. You really just
Come
made
on,
me.
feel the
should've
love,
left you
Daddy.
at the
Feel the
hospital,
love, feel the
boy.
love. Come on.
Well, I got a wild, and I could change the color.
Yo, think about this before you place this down, okay? All right? Okay.
So the color could be yellow,
Dang.
blue, or red, right?
Of course.
So I guess I'll just pick red.
What's so funny?
Because I think he's getting ready to do what they call in the other game, put a Boston on you or something. Hey, you gonna lose, Daddy.
What?
What are you talking about?
Jeffrey's getting ready to beat you.
Well,
I'm
well, it's
86
your
years old.
turn.
I
Yeah,
never
it's
heard
your
that
turn.
one before.
Your turn.
I won already and called Uno. What are you talking about? I'm
Wow.
on the game.
Bro, how did you win?
Look what you done.
Look what you just did, man.
Look what you
Look
done.
what you just did. Yo, get out my house. Get out of my house.
What did I do?
You made. Get out.
Bro, fine.
Dad, why you kick John out?
Because I can.
I mean, like, we were just feeling the love in here and playing a good game of Uno. And, like, just because you weren't in the game, feeling the love and trying to be the winner all the time.
You always
know,
saying
kick
that
my
'cause you
cousin
won.
out.
I'm
I'm
saying.
call-
You would have been mad if you lost too.
Dad, can we just, like, reverse and let me
Well,
just
go
call-
get
let
him
me
then.
just call John.
Go get him
Just
then.
let me call him.
Call him.
Hello?
John, I know you're not that far. Come on back.
For what?
Because you know how my dad gets when he plays games. He gets too serious and stuff and acts like a child.
Well, your family's kind of whack, but I guess I'll come back.
Hey, look, you blood. We all whack, but that don't no reason for you to storm out for him to be yelling. So just come on back. All right?
Yeah, I'll come back.
Thank you. Dad, he's coming back. That was quick.
You know what, Johnny? My fault, man. I didn't mean to get that mad. It's just I'm really passionate about Uno. You know, I used to play in the league. That's my fault.
You better be sorry.
What?
You
Don't
heard
talk
me.
to my dad like that. We're supposed to be making
What you
up.
talking about, man?
Fine.
I'll kick
Let's
you
just
out
play
again.
Uno.
All right, one Uno game later.
I won.
Yay, Johnny won.
That was so fun.
Yeah, that was fun because you won. Yeah, yeah. Nah, but no lie, that was kind of fun. I'm not even gonna lie, that was pretty fun.
Well, you know.
See, look, when you spend time with your family, you have fun.
I know. That is one plus thing about this. It's kind of rough being back in the school, but one thing I really missed is like playing games like this and having fun. So
Exactly.
it's like, it's cool. Even though y'all get on my nerves though.
All right. Now go do your homework.
So.
Now go do your homework.
I'm gonna go watch some Looney Tunes. Haven't seen one episode in
All right,
20
Johnny,
years.
you can go home now.
Okay, I'll leave now.
Hey, John, it's all right. I'll see you at school though tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Welcome back to Channel 5 News. I'm your news reporter, Ernie Johnson here. I'm reporting to you from Boston. Now, with tonight's news. It is now May 11th, 2023, and I can finally say after 2.5 years, we are finally out of the pandemic. Now, for the parents staying at home, working, there will be a stimulus check going out. Now, if you haven't gotten your stimulus check, email the government. If you get a response, that's between you and the government. But for the rest of the world, it is now opening back up, and it is okay to go back outside. But make sure you go and get your booster shot. Now, I know it's been a long 2.5 years. We've lost a couple people. We lost millions of people. But so can we please take a moment of silence for the people that were lost? Thank you. Your news reporter, Ernie Johnson, reporting out.
All right, so my name is Cameron Lazama, and I am one of the co-directors here at Academy of Broadcasting, and that was our first radio drama broadcast of Academy of Broadcasting. So now we will be having a short discussion about what the experience of COVID was like for us personally, and also how we made this radio drama and the whole entire process of pretty much making it, the improv and things like that. So yeah, and again, you're listening to WBPG-LP 102.9 FM radio. So this first question is for all of the interns, and from what I know, none of you have had any improv experience before. So what was this process like for making this and building this improv?
Man, the first time we did this, it was like really bad. I'm not even gonna lie. Like we were like look at each other, we kept laughing, but like throughout the whole thing, it was actually like kind of pretty fun because like we got to like it was kind of like using our personalities to like move the story on, which made it like more funny in a way. So yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty like, for me it was pretty weird the first time because I never did like acting before, but when I started to do it more, it's just like became normal, and like it was easier to think of stuff off the top of my head.
Yeah, it was kind of fun. It was almost like having a normal conversation, but not a conversation at the same time, but it's still fun.
And Jeremy, I do have a follow-up question. You actually joined the process a little bit later when we already started, so jumping right in, how was that for you?
At first I was confused on what was happening, but again, like how I said, it just got like easier over time, and I understood it as time went on.
And so, on the topic of COVID-19 and the lockdown, I very much remember I was in my sophomore year of high school when it happened, and I remember it was like a Thursday because my school was like, oh, we're not going to have classes on Friday tomorrow. We're going to clean the school just to make sure that everyone's safe, and we're going to be back on Monday. And we didn't come back for another year and a half. So do you all remember when you first heard the news about the lockdown happening and what that was like for you?
Yeah, my school said we were getting off of school for 2 weeks, and everyone was happy, and then it just went on and for like the next like 2 school years.
Yeah, same with Jeremy. I was on vacation at the time, and before we left, the teachers were like, "Oh, just take your stuff out of your locker just in case, and like bring it home because they're like something about like COVID or something like that." But they said it was like it was gonna blow over, And then like a week into my vacation, they like emailed my mom and was like, we're not gonna like start back school. We'll like Zoom until like April. So
Yeah, that's what happened to me at first. They said they were gonna like clean the school,
mhm.
and for like 2 weeks, it was no. At first it was a week, and then after that week ended, it was another week, and then it just kept going.
Yeah. And so, like, what were your first reactions to this?
I was kind of happy.
yeah,
I didn't have to go to
excitement.
school.
Excitement.
Yeah, 2 weeks off.
Just like the excitement of not being in school and stuff. And
Yeah.
when you found out, like, okay, this is a little bit more serious, what was that like?
I would say it was like frightening, definitely, cause just knowing that like you can get it so easily, like just being in a crowded place.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody was like inside. It was never like a sense of fear. It was like a sense of like I was like kind of confused at the time. I can't really put it into words, but like it wasn't fear, but it was something like that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, when I first heard about COVID and like what it did, I was actually like kind of scared. So, especially since there was like no medicine or cure for it, I was always like really careful. I always wash my hands and everything.
Uh-huh.
For me, it was kind of like Ross, but like for me, I was like aware that like anything could really happen in the future.
Mm. I do remember, I'm not gonna lie, I do remember being absolutely terrified. And there was that about a couple months span where we didn't know exactly how it was traveling from person to person. So like I remember going outside and wearing 2 layers of gloves and multiple masks, and it was just, and there was a sense of like, okay, what now? And how are we going to really survive this? So similar to the family that you all had just portrayed, what was it like for your family? Like, what was your family experience being in the house together?
It was kind of fun. I mean, I don't want to say I have a huge yard, but there was still ways where I can go outside right there and do stuff. So I wasn't stuck inside the entire time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, me as well. My cousins live down the street from me. My aunt's house is like a 15-minute drive. So for me personally, I'm lucky I had a lot of family with me, because like I feel like I would have like gone insane. But I had a lot of family, and like we always like not all together, but like in like certain sections we'd see each other like every weekend or something like that.
I didn't really mind like staying home for like the whole time, but it was like pretty like I won't say normal, but like I don't have another word to like describe it as.
For me, it was like it was definitely an adjustment. For the first maybe 2 or 3 months, I was fine with being home. It felt nice. I did get a lot of like family time, and then after a while, I started to kind of get a little like restless. I wanted to like go out, and I kind of like missed the world before COVID. So I definitely understand that. And also for our other co-director Jamil, what was COVID like for you in that very beginning?
For me, when it had first started, my birthday was actually coming up, and I had turned, I believe, 17 at the time because I was a junior. So it was weird to be at home and spend my birthday with just my parents and my godmother. It was a different experience because I'm so used to at least having a couple people over, having a cake and stuff. But it was to the point where I was getting either a phone call or FaceTime saying happy birthday, and that was it. It wasn't like I missed the birthday presents, I missed the big old celebration, and none of that was there. So it was new to me, and it started to become the normal thing that was going on.
Speaking of birthdays, as we had the birthday scene in the radio drama with the Zoom and things like that, my family to this day still can't figure out Zoom, and I'm not exactly sure how or why. But
3 years later.
So like, what was when, especially when schools were like, okay, we're moving to Zoom. What was that like for you all?
It was a breeze. It was a breeze.
For my school,
It was a breeze. I'm telling you, it was a breeze. Like, you just show up, do your work. You can go take a nap, wait for your other class. It was convenient, honestly. I don't know about anyone else, but it was convenient.
yeah, for my school, we had to use Microsoft Teams, and that's like the slowest app I've ever used in my life.
For mine, like, it was really easy, and like we had, like, what was different about it is that after every class we had like 10-minute breaks, so like it was just like mad, like really easy.
Jamil?
It's interesting to hear you all say that as someone who is on the other end as a teacher, because I got to see a wide spectrum of reactions, because I saw students who took it as easy, and then I had students who struggled with it, you know, and someone who was a little tech savvy, I had to hip some of the teachers to the fact that we had kids who froze the screen. They took a picture of themselves and froze the screen to make it look like they were live, but they weren't. And I had to tell the teacher, that child has a frozen picture of themselves on the screen, you know? And so I would have to like hip the teachers sometimes, the kids who had frozen pictures of themselves because they left the scene, because they tilt their head and freeze the scene. And then you had kids who didn't like being on camera. They didn't like their image up there. So some kids really struggled with being on camera for Zoom. Kind of like the character in the Sarah in the skit, who didn't really want to be on the Zoom. She didn't like it, you know. So it was hard, you know, and they didn't want to be there. And then you had kids who couldn't follow because it was too fast paced for them. So it was difficult for some people. So it's kind of interesting that you guys said it was easy for you. So yeah, you know, it was a wide spectrum, and a lot of kids fell behind. So I'm glad to hear that you guys said it was easy and you could keep up. So good for you.
Yeah, and I know, like in normal school, how you have the after school help and stuff, you don't really get that over Zoom.
Yeah. One of my roles as a teacher was for me to provide extra help to kids that needed help. So during free periods, I was in Zoom with kids that needed extra help, and I did it also after school, even though it was via Zoom. So in my school, fortunately, some kids did have help like that, but some didn't. You're right.
Yeah, I feel like for me, what my school did for the last couple of months of my sophomore year when it first started was they were like, we're gonna have optional class on Zoom. So you had the option to go in to a Zoom and maybe learn. Of course, many people just didn't. And later on, teachers were like, okay, well, this is mandatory, but like they weren't prepared. There wasn't much that we could really do. So the end of my sophomore year was really easy. It was terrifying, but it was really easy. The only thing is that coming the year after that, my junior year, they had figured it out, but it was a lot harder for me because my school usually had 6 to 7 classes per day for over an hour probably, or like I think they were like 55 minutes each. So being on Zoom, having to stare at a screen for that long and only have like 5 to 10 minute breaks in between, it like started giving me like really, really bad migraines. I would get headaches all the time. I was napping a lot more than I've ever napped in my life, and it was
That's facts.
yeah, it was like my body was trying to adjust to it, and it was kind of I would say it was probably a response to the situation, to the stress and things like that. So it was definitely harder my junior year, and then eventually we went into hybrid. So some people were in, some people were out. I stayed as long, not really my choice, but I stayed as long on Zoom as any of us could, really. And that was when things really went kind of downhill, because being on Zoom when half the class is actually in person, the teacher couldn't navigate as well working with the in-person people and with the Zoom people. So I do remember there was a history class that I was in at the time, and most of the class was in person at this point, and I was one out of two other people who were still on Zoom out of a class of like 20, 25, and they were working on a project, and my group completely forgot that I was on Zoom. So they had their Zoom open, but they never unmuted themselves. So for the whole class, I did my part of the project, but it was just really hard to do both at the same time. And
Cameron, for our listening audience, just want to remind them that they are listening to WPG-LP 102.9 FM, and that they can call into our radio station 617-282-0685 if they would like to join in on the discussion or ask some questions. One thing I do want to remind us, Cameron, to talk to the interns about, and our audiences, is the reason that they created the skit was to talk about the uniqueness of, which I thought was unique when you all thought about this, was the intimacy that came out of COVID in terms of getting back to some of the basics of home life. Because at first, if you all think back to the radio drama, the shock of COVID and the difficulty of COVID, of being in the lockdown, there was conflict, there was frustration, there was fear, there was not understanding like where this thing came from, and having to adjust to dealing with the new normal. And everybody was like, what do we do? Okay? And we have nowhere to go for our entertainment and stuff. But they discovered that there was entertainment within the four walls, and there was a closeness that was discovered in the family. And even during that Uno game, there was a love that started to be discovered. That they just discovered that there was family movie night and there was a game night. Did any of you all, from you all doing this, I guess you did discover that in your home because you came up with the idea for the skit. So share with the listening audience how you all evolved to discovering that, and are you able to still maybe have some of those special moments now that you revisited during COVID in your homes, being close with people and discovering some special moments? Did some things get birth as a new tradition, a new normal of something fun or a closeness because of COVID? Because one of our themes this year is tell me something good, bringing some good news. So what good came out of COVID in your family or personal life, like in this skit, of bringing people closer together?
You got to spend more time with your family. Because if before that, like, if your parents were like working a lot and your family was out, you didn't really get to see them as much. But since everyone was in the house, you were able to like spend time with everyone.
So did any new traditions start for your family because of that? Or just y'all spent more time together?
We do have like movie nights and stuff.
Oh, okay. Cool. Which night is movie night? I'm coming over. Anybody else?
My family, during COVID, we sometimes had like game nights where we just like would take out a bunch of different board games and like Uno and stuff. But we don't really do that anymore.
Yeah. I remember when I was teaching at the Grover Cleveland, I love board games and stuff, and I have like tubs of games. And I bought one day at the end of school, I bought in a couple of tubs of my games down to even like pickup sticks. Do any of y'all know what pickup sticks are?
Nope.
Okay, and jacks and trouble. Any of y'all know what trouble is?
Nope.
And the kids were like,
Wait, I do.
what is this? Because they were so into computer games and stuff. And
Never
I was
mind.
like,
I know what
you
trouble
all
is.
are so deprived. Or even when I was teaching here at Cross Factor years ago, and we did 1, 2, 3 red light. Y'all know what that is?
No.
Yeah.
Okay, see what I mean? And so it's like, it's things like this that your generation doesn't know, you know. And so it's so good to hear you guys took out a bunch of board games and started playing them, you know. Because this generation, because we were so technology, those kind of things, this generation doesn't really understand. But okay. Any traditions for you, Ross?
Not really. Probably like once in a while, like during COVID, my mom and I would like cook something, and we kind of still do that now. Like she'll teach me how to cook something, but like not really with games or anything like that.
Yeah. Because now it was just you and your mom in your house pretty much, huh?
Mhm.
Yeah. So you were in that sector of like the people that started baking bread and stuff. Y'all did a lot of cooking.
Well, she did most of the cooking. I helped her measure.
You helped her measure.
Yeah.
You didn't learn any special techniques.
I learned how to make noodles during that time.
Don't tell me ramen noodles.
Yeah.
Ramen noodles.
You didn't whip them up a special kind of way with a special sauce or something.
Hot sauce.
Oh my goodness!
No, that's good. That sounds real
That's
good.
amazing.
Does anyone else put
That
eggs?
sounds really
I was
good.
gonna have that for lunch after this, but
Okay, don't
Does
invite me
anyone
to
else put
dinner.
eggs in it?
What'd you say?
Does anyone else put eggs in it?
Oh yeah.
when I get fancy,
Yeah. When you feel
fancy.
yeah
Feel
exactly when you
fancy.
feel real fancy, you can
Yeah.
put some eggs in
some
it,
eggs
and
on it.
then you have a whole entire dinner right there.
Okay, so I won't ask what's on the menu with you guys. All right, so anything on the line here? Anybody? Let me see. I think I saw some. I know I had one lady that was watching at her eye doctor's appointment in Georgia again that contacted us before. So she won't be able to call, but she was watching in her eye doctor's appointment. So thank you from Georgia for watching us today on Facebook. Did anybody else see any interesting comments coming our way?
We have 2 questions coming in from Facebook.
Okay.
First question for the intern is, what is a new normal in your life after the pandemic?
Definitely better, like hygiene, like washing your hands more and stuff. Hand sanitizer. That's become way more normal.
Yeah, I would say washing my hands more, too.
I'd probably say like a new norm for me is trying to relearn my social skills before the pandemic. Cause before I feel like it was easier to talk to people, but now you kind of have to work up because everybody's so used to like being home or like talking on FaceTime. So I think that's a new norm for me.
All right, we have another question coming in on Facebook from Eric Kennedy saying, a lot of speculation around the fact that today's youth and people in general have lost the ability to be social due to COVID. What do you think about that?
I say it's true, but it's true in a good way and a bad way. I feel like during COVID we found different ways to talk and communicate. Like instead of like talking to someone in person, you can talk on FaceTime, or like I know like some of us connected through video games and like other sports we played. But I also think that we do need to relearn our ways to talk to people, because it's like a weird social block now that it's like the questions that you ask people normally is like where to ask now, or like you don't have the same connection you had with your friend prior. So I do think that's true, but it's true in like a good way and a bad way, if you could understand what I'm saying.
Yeah, going off of that, at least for me, I was able to connect a lot more people that I would have never connected with otherwise if it wasn't for COVID, because of social media. So I was able to meet people and talk to people who maybe weren't in my friend group, or I wouldn't have come in contact with at my school if it wasn't for all of us being home and not having anything to do. At that same point, now actually being back in the world, and it's like there is a new normal. It won't ever go back to the normal that it was before, but now it is a little bit harder to actually have those face-to-face social interactions, I would say.
I agree.
I'd like to add to that. I would like to add another question of, when you came back from being in COVID, was there anything, as you tried to be social again, what was some things you've learned to help yourself be more social when meeting people or just interacting with others? Was there anything that you used to do that you remembered? Stuff like that.
Always like I'd always ask a certain amount of questions. If it's somebody I know, I'll just like, we have a connection to know. But like if it's new people coming into the school, there's always like a certain amount of questions I would ask. And I do that before, but I just relearned how to do it just now, like in like May or something like that. And I kind of did it here where we like, I already knew Jeremy. I didn't really know Noel like that, or you too, Jamil. But I'd always ask like a certain amount of questions, like, yeah.
Try and get to know them.
Yeah.
You and Noel didn't know each other very well?
I really never talked. I didn't really talk to him like before.
I'm surprised because the way you two been chopping at the bit, I thought you two had known each other well. Y'all caught up very nicely. A good friendship is growing there, I can tell.
I have a question. Number one, somebody was talking about now they wash their hands more. Who was talking about that?
That was me.
Okay, so for all of you, minus Anita, when you used to go into the bathroom before COVID, did you wash your hands before you came out? That's number one.
No, we
No.
did.
Like,
We did.
I'm just talking
I did.
about
I don't
like
know
how
about them, but I did.
I'm just talking about like
It depends
like
what you were in
randomly
for.
I would just wash my hands.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
I wash my hands.
So it sounds like you guys. Okay. So now after COVID, I know you're washing your hands, and you grab the paper towel. Do you wash your hands and then put your hand on the door knob and open the door, or do you take the paper towel, open the door, and then throw the paper towel on the floor? What do you do?
No,
On the
I kicked the
floor.
door. I kicked the door.
You kick the door.
Yeah,
He kicks the door.
I kicked
To
the door.
get out.
Yeah,
Okay.
I kicked the door.
All right. Jeremy, what were you gonna say?
I do what you said, like taking a paper towel, but I don't put it on the floor.
What do you do with
I
paper
put it
towel?
in the trash.
But sometimes the trash
Good
is
boy.
way back there.
Yeah, it's like
Nice.
down the hall.
Then I throw it.
The places who are smart enough to put the garbage container, the trash container, right at the door, you just drop it in the door. When I go to Star Market in Dedham, there's no paper towel. You can't put the paper towel anywhere. You have to carry it out. So I use it to open the door, and then you have to go somewhere in the store and find the place to put it. But I stopped throwing it on the floor.
I didn't know that was an option.
I knew
Now you do.
there's some
I thought you
places
was
where
trying
they
to catch
have.
someone throwing paper towels on the floor.
Yeah, me too. That's why I said I kicked the door at him. I don't leave evidence.
What if it's a place with no paper towels? How do you open the door?
You don't. With no paper towels, I'll
Kick
tell
the
you
door.
what to do. So if you go to the bathroom, okay, no matter what you did, and you wash your hands in no paper towels, you wash your hands, and you just
Exactly.
on your pants, you walk out.
How do you
Well-
open the door though?
Elbows.
PJ's,
You
JP's,
could put
BJ's.
foot inside
You
the
can
handle.
take your
You use
arm
your teeth.
and pull the door open with your arm. There's
Yeah.
a little brace, and you pull the door
Oh,
open.
you
I
paid
do
attention
know-
to all those COVID videos.
Yeah.
Good job.
I was about to say, I
Good
do know that
job.
during COVID, my grandfather got this thing where it's a very strong key thing, and
Yes.
yeah, and it's specifically made to open doors that you don't have to touch it. So,
Or I would just use one finger.
oh yeah, your pinky,
The pinky?
pinky.
Y'all got one to open it with one pinky? I used to use my index. My index finger.
Well, no more kicking the door.
Okay, no more kicking the door.
Why not?
I know for some places, for that kick in the door statement, there are some places where you can actually open the door with your foot.
Yeah.
That's,
Yeah.
Yes.
That's
yeah.
what I know of. So I
Yeah,
use that a lot.
Yeah, 1 minute.
1 minute? Really? We've used all that time? That is